back in his car, and he had a big audience of people watching him, which he's not used to, and a lot of them were trolling him. For example, this question that came up.
And this guy wants to make fun of me, went from satellite radio to live from my car. Upgrade? Actually, in a lot of ways, it is an upgrade, if you want to know the truth.
Name 2 ways it's an upgrade, Opie. Name 2. You don't have any bosses. I'll give you that. What's the other one? He's podcasting from his car, and he's like, oh, yeah, it used to be on satellite radio, a national morning show. Yeah, it's great. This is way better.
Yeah, I'm a man in the streets.
Exactly where I want to be. Yeah. It's such a weird thing with this guy. He's always so fucking insistent that what he's doing is just the fucking best.
So our mutual friend, Circus Midget, turned me on to about a year ago, Pat. You were on the NYC Crime Report, and you were talking about how you spent hours in your car driving from Austin listening to Opie radio. And you're not really familiar with Opie and Anthony. You didn't grow up in a market where they were in. So
Right.
you were kind of coming at it from a perspective of, hey, I'm objective. I just want to hear what's going on here. What's with this guy? And you were blown away with how horrible he is at broadcasting.
Yeah.
It's shocking.
It is shocking. And coming objectively, you listen and you go, I don't understand how this person ever had a career, a job in radio, emptying a trash can at a radio station. He's not an intern you would let be a fourth mic, you know?
Right.
He's just like it's not what you're supposed to be doing. I don't know what he's supposed to be doing.
I have some really bad news. He's announcing that this will be the last car stream.
We'll be out there for the next 3 months. And so I won't be in the city for the alternate side of the street parking thing, which sucks because, there's been a lot of really good live streams from this car because it's kind of an intimate setting. It gets me babbling about things happening in the world.
I like that. See, you see those comments coming in rapid fire, and Opie's like switching them off the screen as quickly as he can. I like Cody Zone, who says, now Opie will live stream from his private jet, LOL. Oh, the mighty have fallen. It's so funny. He's like, oh, guys, this is the end of an era. We're leaving New York City, going back to the beach house. We're going to spend the next 3 months there. So we won't be live streaming from the car, which sucks because there's so much great material that happens when you're sitting in your car in Manhattan and talking to a duct tape to your rearview mirror phone.
Yeah. You're so right. The episode that I happened to hear was he made a friend who was mad at him for parking wrong at first, but then they decided to they worked it out, you know, and then the guy gave him his email address and he kind of knew something about his history. And this is the whole episode. He's going, should I email him? How long should I wait? This is the loneliest man on the fucking planet. It's the weirdest thing, and yet he has no intention of ever climbing out of it. It's
you pointed that out on your show, how lonely he is and how obvious it is. Anyone who listens even to one episode, it's so obvious. That's one of the things that Opie always goes to. He's like, you don't even know my life and all my friends and all the cool stuff I'm up to. I'm like, who talks like that? What adult man is going, no, I got friends. I do cool things. You don't even know. I didn't even tell you about it, but I do. So he's talking about how Memorial Day weekend, they spent an extra day out at the beach house. He drives back into Manhattan late on Tuesday night. And as you know, he doesn't pay for a parking spot. And getting into Manhattan late, it's going to cause a problem.
Got back, when did we get back? We got back Tuesday night.
Hold on, look at the comment on here. Fucking cool ass podcast, man. Quick question. Are you a boner guy? And he leaves this up. That's fucking great.
Tuesday night, I dropped the kids off at the building around 10:30 at night. We really pushed it. And then I had to find parking because I don't have a garage to park in these days. So I drove around the neighborhood for another hour. This is what you got to deal with. Sometimes you just simply can't find parking. And I found a spot for my car at 11:30 at night at a meter, which basically means that I would have to move my car before 9 o'clock the next day.
You guys following this story?
Wow.
So he's parking at a meter, and by 9 a.m. you have to put money into the meter, or else you'll get a ticket.
And this is relative to his whole day. This is something that happened.
This is the main subject of this episode, Pat. This gets even juicier. I know you're on the edge of your seat going, now what happens? Oh, just you wait, my friend. There's a big reveal that is coming right here.
So, cars parked all night, got to move it by 9, go to bed around 12:15, wide awake at 5:30. I'm like,
all right, I have to point something out because you were laughing too. Is he starting to get funny? With his delivery, I'm starting to actually enjoy it. I get to bed. It's 12:30. I gotta get up, bro.
He's one of those guys that creates a list where there doesn't need to be one. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you know that the next thing that's going to be in that cadence is going to be stupid. 12:15. Who cares?
12:35.
Whoa.
He might be on the cutting edge of a new kind of comedy that's just analyzing minutia. Like, with no punchline.
Yeah, right.
There's never a payoff. That'd be a great stand-up show. Never a payoff. I got the bluest balls after this show.
It's a game show.
Something slightly funny happened. I tripped a little on the stairs. We all died laughing.
cars parked all night, got to move it by 9, go to
What's
bed
going on with
around
his shirt,
12.
too?
12.
What the fuck? Is he borrowing iron from Stuttering John?
15, wide awake at 5:30. I'm like, I would have a better chance getting a legit spot if I go to my car now and move it before I have to move it at 9 when, the city's going to be in full action with everybody looking for spots. So I tool up to my car on my electric scooter, and here is the update. My fucking side view mirrors are gone again! Again! They stole my side view mirrors twice in a 2-week period.
Man. Maybe you ought to spend more time at your beach house.
And then after that, to add insult to injury, so he got his rearview mirrors swiped again, which he bitched about a few weeks back. And then it took him 3 hours to find a spot. He's driving around in circles for 3 hours just stewing about this. Just
And not
so
safely
pissed.
either, because he's missing mirrors.
Yeah, right, which are important in New York. The whole time, he's getting trolled so hard. Someone told him, tell the guys who are stealing your murals to leave it alone. That's one of the comments that came up. It's so funny. Someone told him to leave it alone. That was a thing he used to say to Anthony whenever Anthony would be like, Opie, why are you being a douche? Leave it alone. Watch out. You don't want to get on my bad side.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's great.
Yeah. So
damn, the dude's so out of his fucking mind. It's like this kind of programming is kind of. How long will this go on? I mean, any prediction on
dude, it's already gone on for 3 years too long. We're already 3 years past our prime here on this. It's crazy.
See, I could reunite with my old partner, years ago. Could have made a bundle. You know what I mean? Like everybody would have loved to have seen that. Why the fuck not? I don't know, man. Just a lot unwinding,
All right, so Opie's getting very frustrated now because he's already got to move his car twice a week. It's already a huge pain in the ass to not have a parking spot when you live in Manhattan, and now he's getting his mirrors ripped off.
I was out of my mind. I don't think you could see it because it's kind of calming down. But I punched the shit. Oh yeah, you could kind of see that.
Yep.
You see that lovely bruise?
I sure do.
The kid is more of a lover than a fighter these days.
Huh.
Yeah, you could see that bruise. It's all in here. That's from the emblem on my steering wheel. I was so out of my mind when I saw they took my side view mirrors for the second time. I didn't know what to do with myself. And I'm like, you know how you get. So the only thing you realize, like logically, the only thing that makes sense is to hurt yourself. So I was like, bam, bam. And I hit the fucking logo. I don't think it's broken, but it hurts a lot.
It's not broken.
This must be that karma thing Stuttering John was talking about.
Maybe.
Because we forget, because Opie's become a clown now, we forget how miserable he made everyone around him. Like, he was the biggest prick to work with. No one enjoyed, that's why he doesn't talk to any of those guys anymore. No one enjoyed being around this guy. And it kind of seems like, Maybe he's getting
The car doesn't even like him.
the car's like, dude, what did I do?
Trail of Dead co-host, for Christ's sake.
I know, there's that too.
A couple of sort of funny dudes, like I was, but this thing about hurting himself, man, I think we're getting close to the fucking bone on that. It's like, just like I don't know what to do but hurt myself. I mean, anybody who's that mad about this, he's punching shit, hitting the logo, thinking he's breaking his hand. That's about a lot of other shit. I mean, I guess that's pretty obvious.
There's a lot of pent up rage going on, because he can easily afford new rearview mirrors. It's not gonna ruin his life in any single way, but he's pissed. And it's funny because the people who are watching this, a lot of them are trolls, are funnier than he is.
Oh yeah.
Because he's talking about how New York City's gone to shit, and someone wrote, it all started going downhill when the Irish came. And I'm like, okay, that's a pretty funny joke.
Well, of all the things to get mad about that you've lost, your mirrors are the least of your fucking worries, man.
Yeah, that's a good point. Your multi-million-dollar job that you had, like, you might want to punch a steering wheel or two over that.
All your friends.
Losing all your friends. Anyway, all right, so I had to pull this clip, Pat. It's happened before, but every time this happens, I'm going to point it out and show it.
Unfortunately, I got to say the alternate side of the street live stream show is going to have to come to an end. I mean, we're ready for a change anyway. So the next 3 months, it'll be live streaming from the ocean, like I said. Oh, my duct tape fell. Hold on a minute.
That old gag.
His duct tape fell. And while he's fixing this, there's a comment up from Jason Watson. Now you know how the fourth graders felt in Texas. Jesus Christ.
There you go. Let me make sure this is all good. So it's going to come to an end because they literally can't guarantee, or I can't guarantee that my car is safe on the street anymore.
Oh. I'll be damned. Yeah, you're in New York City.
Yeah, when was there a guarantee?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you should have just paid for that parking.
I just wish he had
the building.
I wish he had the video of him punching the fucking steering wheel.
know.
All he wants is a video to go viral. That would be
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He should film himself walking out to his car every day just in case someone stole something from it. And we can watch it.
He's bringing to a close the alternate side of the street parking show.
Yeah.
What?
What? As if that's like a format that we're all like, no, Opie, you can't do that to us.
Come on,
You got to think of something nobody else is doing.
do another season. Come on.
You want more season, you can do it.
Please.
I need closure.
By the way, this is not a good sign for any podcaster or broadcaster.
Oh, hold on, though. Wow, there's a lot of people in the room today. Why is that?
Yeah. Why is that? Why are people watching my show? What's going on right now? Something I would never say. What is happening? People enjoy this?
Someone behind me?
If he was an NFL quarterback, how old would he be out there on the field? You know what I mean? How feebly trying to... he's
past
an
his
80-year-old NFL quarterback. Yeah. I mean,
he's well past his prime. He's no Tom Brady. That's for sure. He's not getting better with age.
He certainly has a lot of attitude about very little. I mean, like, if he stopped looking at the minutia of his life, he'd have to look at the totality of his life.
Oh, that's a good point. You might as well focus on the little things because the big things will scare the shit out of you.
Yes.
Yeah, get mad about, the commenters and shit like that. I mean, he has more fans that hate him than like him.
Oh, it's not even close. Yeah, it's not even close.
That's like your whole audience. I mean, like, is just fucking rooting for you to do something even stupider and weirder. And
they're all setting up rakes in front of his car, just hoping he'll step on it. All right, so this is why the car show is so amazing because he gets distracted really easily and he thinks the sweeper is coming because that's the big deal in all of this. When the sweeper comes, he has to move his car, try to get his spot back. It's a whole thing.
It's going to go back to the New York City I remember as a kid where it was what was the word? I was sorry. I thought I saw the sweeper. Where it was scary, I guess is all I want to say.
He's getting distracted by things that aren't even there.
I thought I heard the ice cream truck.
This is the guy who does not need distractions while he's broadcasting.
Oh, man.
he's a man without a soul.
He's that guy on the other side of the bar that is talking loud to see who's listening, who wants to get in on it, and nobody wants to take him up on it.
No, that's literally what he does. And Carl Ruiz used to yell at him like, Opie, stop it. What are you doing? You're embarrassing me. He used to sit outside of Gebhardt's and just call out to people like hot chicks or homeless guys or whatever and just start trying to have a conversation with them. And I don't think that was because he was doing a show.
No,
I think that's
his nature.
That's his nature.
Oh, you don't want to talk? Fucking asshole.
He doesn't do it a lot when he's by himself like this, though. You know, does he?
I don't know. How would we know?
How would we know? He's just sitting here, just unloading everything in his mind, and it's so little.
Yeah.
There's so little going on in there. I mean,
all right. So,
well of pain he's drawing from to do this show.
There's obviously Anthony Cumia fans who are watching this broadcast and commenting in real time.
People. Opie, do you agree with Ant that we need to be like the Wild West, all walking around with 6-shooters? Anthony doesn't even fucking know what it's like to live in New York. He literally has no idea. I've been in the city for like 20 years. It's mostly annoying shit that happens. I mean, in general, you're safe in New York, but it's this annoying shit that's starting to build. Now bed bugs on the subway, really? Eric Adams, does that mean we're still New Yorkers? We got swagger. Just brush the bed bugs out of your hair.
I love that he's on his rant. He's on a roll going on here. So he doesn't even realize that there's a comment on there. Opie, what happened to you? You're about as funny as pediatric glioblastoma, which is a brain tumor. And he's just sitting there ranting away. Yeah. I love it.
Going all New York. Anthony doesn't know. Oh, my fucking Jesus.
I know. Anytime someone asks a question about anything, like, do you think people should be armed? You know, Anthony says people should be armed. Anthony doesn't know what the fuck. It's like, well, calm down. It's just a question. I don't know. Just
seemed to hit a nerve, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, that wasn't the appropriate reaction to that question. Without the word Anthony, would he responded the same way? I don't think so.
No,
6 shooters. So this is the funniest part of the show because it's nothing that Opie planned to have happen. Everything we've seen so far, like he had all these ideas in his head. He was ready to go after all of this. But he gets distracted by a guy who wants to get his attention, who drives up next to him. And I'm going to play this video. There's going to be some quiet parts, but I want you all to picture, you're this guy trying to get Opie's attention. You're looking into his window. There's a guy with his phone duct taped to his rearview mirror, yelling into it like a lunatic.
This guy's trying to squeeze into a spot. Hold on a minute.
So he's talking to
Yeah,
someone.
how much though? 125? What spot do I have? Oh, this. Oh, I would love to know where that came from. Let me think it over. I'm live right now. No worries. Holy shit. Are you serious? It's always something. I'm so mad right now. There is a giant scratch on the entire left side of my car.
So this guy pulls up and he goes, "Hey man, that's a really bad scratch on your car. I can fix it for you for $125. And Opie's like, "I don't know what you're talking about." He looks at it, he's like, "What the fuck?" And he's having a bad day already, as you know.
Wow, it's a little nuisance thing that somehow escaped his attention.
You know, I'm so mad right now. I'm looking at the guy. What are you talking about? What's your scam? You could fix the scratch on my car. And then I'm thinking $125. I was thinking it was like a ding or something. I'm like, how dare you? And then I look down. It's just
That's actually a good suggestion right there from Vincent. Just live stream from the parking garage, and it's a write-off for the show. Yeah, like I write off our basement here. Like you could do that. It's not a bad idea.
I was thinking it was like a ding or something. I'm like, how dare you? And then I look down. It's just across the entire side of my car.
Oh, poor Opie.
He says he's so mad. He is tickled pink.
You
that
think
his
so?
car is scratched. Yeah, he loves it.
You think he's having fun with it?
I think it's the best thing that's happened to him. Yeah, in probably a long time.
Why do you say that?
Because it's like gives him, he can dig into that and ignore everything else that's going on around him. That's sort of the major points. Like, you know, you're talking to 15 people or whatever the fuck. Everybody hates you. You're a joke. You know, all that stuff is just like bounces off, but a little scratch in his car. He's like, I'm so mad. He loves it.
Meanwhile, the steering wheel's like, don't look at me, man. I had nothing to do with this shit.
Who are these